All right, guys. Well, got a small crowd today. What's going on? You guys, the other guys got dates or what? Too nice outside?
They're going for March Madness.
Oh, yeah, probably. They're probably.
Bracket?
What's that?
No, we did not. We don't do that kind of stuff.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Didn't
No.
know that.
Not allowed to do that.
Okay.
Let's talk some ball. Who's got some questions here?
How's the secondary looking, man?
So far, so good. We're only in practice 4 or 5, but I think we're coming along good. We've got the corners are playing pretty good. We got Crumpley, Bigelow, Taman is in from Nebraska. Those kids are all playing pretty good. I mean, I'm impressed. Now, we haven't scrimmaged yet. Saturday will be the first time, so we'll see them live. But we've done a good bit of live. We did a good bit of live on Tuesday, and I'm cautiously optimistic at this point. Sure.
Rashad had a couple of those takeaway stickers on his line.
Rashad's got a couple of interceptions. Yep. Yeah, I forgot Rashad. Was injured so much last year. I forget him sometimes, but he's out there now and competing. So those 4 guys are getting after it, and it should be a good competition. I'm excited to see. Our offense is certainly stressing them, throwing the ball down the field.
Why do you think your defense is going to be better this year? I assume you do. Why do you think it will be improved over last season?
Well, I think the big thing we have to do is we have to make more plays, more big plays. We didn't have as many sacks, as many tackles for loss as we traditionally have, and then we just got to pick the ball off when it gets to our hands. And those were things that we didn't do last year. And sometimes, it's the way the ball bounces, but in this case, a lot of them were our own fault. So
By your own fault.
Well, we dropped them. We didn't get them when the ball was on the ground. We aren't punching the ball out quite as much last year, and this year, we're certainly stressing it.
Javon and Donovan played, all year last year. They played a ton of snaps, probably as many as anybody you had on defense. Do you see them coming in with a sort of new confidence, new sort of, I don't know, are they more certain of themselves?
Yeah, well, I think we have Cruz Brookins and we have P.J. O'Brien too, so we're very deep there, and all those guys are competing really well. So those 2 guys aren't just totally in pen and in the depth chart. They're going to have to compete because there's a lot of guys in that room who've got the ability to play. Cruz Brookins coming up as a freshman has done really well. Very impressed.
What do you see though, like the benefit of all that experience? You compare to what those 2 guys looked like in spring last year.
Well, sure, but again, we're so early in spring at this point. Where you see that more is in scrimmages, and so I'll reserve judgment till after Saturday on that. But yeah, I would expect that.
How's Brandon George doing? Is he going to be the guy with the microphone?
Well, all our Mike linebackers have the microphone. So whoever's in at Mike linebacker will have that mic in. We kind of use it, but with the fast tempo of our offense, we look for the signal and line up anyway. So, but he's doing good, and he and Lovelace are both doing great. Very impressed with Lovelace too. So both. Oh, for sure. He's a 5th-year guy with a ton of experience, and and it gives Lovelace gives him a chance to catch his breath at times, which gives us good depth there, which we're excited. And then we'll see with the freshmen, when they get out there, Jeremiah and see what he can do, Jeremiah Marcelin.
You guys kind of restocked your defensive line room this offseason. How have you seen the younger guys playing this spring?
Well, we have a lot of new guys, not necessarily young guys. We got some transfer ins. I think we have 4 new guys transfer-wise and 4 new guys freshman-wise in the room, along with the kids that are back. So, I would liken it to an NFL. I was talking to EJ on the way in. It's kind of like the NFL now with free agency. You walk in and you got some new people, and so I feel like they've come together well, and we'll see how they do on Saturday. At this point, it's just kind of drills and some thud stuff, and Saturday we'll see if we can make some plays.
How are they gelling with their new position coach?
Oh, great. Those guys are in there, Coach Dowse is a true O-line coach, so those guys all came together pretty quick. And being that there's 8 new guys in there anyway, a new guy isn't as big a shock as it would have been had we had the whole D-line returning. So it's been perfect, really has.
You had you had like 3 sixth-year seniors at D-tackle last year, Jules as well. I mean, all those guys are gone. As you look at just the skill sets, I know the scrimmage will tell you more, but as you look at the skill sets of the guys you brought in, does it feel like the interior will be different this year and might play differently or approach things differently?
Well, I think we had bigger, stronger guys, but less quick, athletic guys. And I think this year we probably will be more athletic and have better quickness at D-tackle, which I think at the end of the day will help us a lot.
You get a sense that these guys are excited for Saturday to get a chance to go up against this new offense?
Oh, no, they hate it. They're not excited at all. So I'm sorry to tell you, that's kind of a rhetorical question, if you will. But yes, they are. But they get it. They see it every day, so it's not like they're going to see it for the first time. But yeah, they're excited. Well, I'm excited just to see the whole group go out there without coaches out there, in a game situation, and just see what they'll do without us, with our foot up their rear end type thing. So.
Plan to get the guys to get more sacks this year.
How do I plan? Well, we're working hard with our technique right now. I think that's the big thing. And then, we might blitz a little bit. But for the most part, technique will be the big thing during spring ball. And we'll figure out who the twitchy guys on third down are and make sure we get the right guys on the field.
Feel we didn't blitz enough last year?
No. I feel like there were a lot of 2nd and 5s, which makes it hard to get sacks because people are running it. We've got to get them in longer yardage situations. And it also helps at times to be ahead.
I was going to ask you, when you talk about like a 2nd and 5, I feel like there were some games, maybe at least half of the Cincinnati game, maybe the Virginia Tech game, where teams were having a lot of success running. As you look back on the season, did that apply to the whole year? Do you feel like you guys struggled against the run the whole year, or was it just spots here and there?
There were times. We saw almost 200 more runs this past year than in the past. So, they're going to run the ball a little better if they have that many. And at the end of the day, then, you got to be bigger and stronger. And we saw a lot more big people than we saw last year, 12 and 13, 2 and 3 tight end stuff. And some of it was the teams we were playing, that's what they do. And, at other times, they were kind of just holding the ball and keeping it away, if you will.
Will you be the guy talking to the guy with the receiver?
We haven't really determined that right now. Coach Manilak is doing it. When we get in the press box on Saturday, I won't. And then we'll probably move into that as we go along. Just see how it works. Do it, several different ways. We're kind of talking to the NFL guys how they do it.
Are you looking forward to you having that opportunity to do that? That's something you're
I don't know. I've never done it. It's first time. So I worry that based on talking to some NFL guys, it can be too wordy. You can be talking to them and be screwing them up because, especially if playing offense like ours that's fast, the more you talk to them, the more they have to hear you. They can't get ready to play. And so I think you have to be really careful how you use it.
talking to some of the guys next door?
All over the country, yeah.
How much is this, facing this kind of offense during the live periods you've done so far, certainly the scrimmage on Saturday, how's it changed your approach and how you prepare or what you try to do in practice?
Well, Coach Bell is obviously a bright guy, and they're running some great schemes that are really challenging us. How we prepare is how we've always prepared. We were blessed to play Tennessee twice and Central Florida twice, and Syracuse was always fast. So what we did against those guys, that's what we do. And so it's not like it's something that's not part of our defense. It's just, something we have to put in earlier because it's what our defense or what our offense does. So obviously if somebody comes out and fast, we'll certainly be ready for it. It's part of our defense, really.
Do you ever have to say to them, like, hey, can you give us one period where you guys take like 20 seconds just so we can...
Well, we haven't yet, but there probably will be some that we'll slow it down a little bit, maybe teach a little more. Right now, though, I think they're trying to get that in, and we're trying to, get it in for us, too, the way we do it. So it's really good teaching.
How fast is he going now? What's the fastest?
8 to 12 seconds. Very fast.
I like Tennessee?
Yeah, very similar. Yeah. Yeah, if I remember right, we had decent success with Tennessee and Central Florida. So other than my first year, that was a bad year.